My name is Jass Tremblay, and my name in French means hyacinth, the flower. Most people knows me as Jass though. It's shorter and it's kind of easier to say in English, so I keep it at that. So I am originally from Quebec City, Canada. So the accent you hear is French, yes. And even though I've been here for 14 years, I just can't get rid of it. For some reason, it sticks to me like glue. But I moved down here when I was 20 years old, and I really started like regular job, you know, like bussing table. Then I learned how to serve and learn how to bartend, and I slowly moved up the rank. I started at Porky's, then I worked at Castaway for a few years, and then I was working at Hawks Cay for about 7 years bartending, and I had a really good time there. So I decided to get out of bartending and serving. I always knew that I was going to go in a different direction. But what sped things up for me is I got diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in 2005. And even though I was able to manage with the disease for the longest time, I got medicine in 2010 and the medicine stopped working in 2013. I had a major relapse in my right leg, which kept me from walking. And I knew it was time for me to make that switch and find a different outlet for me to earn money and still be able to live here and not be doing so much of a physical job. And I thought real estate was the perfect transition for me. Being a bartender, I talked to people. I already knew the keys for being here for so long. So I thought that was the perfect other place for me to go from that point on. The first sale I did on my own was actually with a good friend of mine that we used to work together. Actually, I went all the way to Homestead to make the sale, and was the first one, was definitely one to remember. We had a lot of things happening back and forth, thing that just popped up that I had to deal with. So I had a lot of learning happening in that first deal, but it was so satisfying when we finally closed on the property and she was happy and everybody was happy. And then when that happened, I knew that was the job for me for sure. I always been a hard worker. So I definitely didn't get in real estate because I'm lazy and I wanted to sit down in an office. I still have my legs right now, I'm doing well, you know, so I like going around and looking at different things that's happening. And what is so gratifying in real estate for me is when you do a transaction and both sides are happy, and then you feel like you really contributed in something that is so much bigger than a little investment. That's such a big part of someone's life. And it makes me so happy that they choose me to be part of it and help them accomplish that. And when I get into a transaction, I don't give up. If there's something that happens that make things go south, I find solution. I'm a solution-oriented person, and there's always a way. If you really want this and that's your goal, I will make it happen for you. So when I have free time, when I'm in here, I actually like fishing a lot. I'm not very good at it though. I try, and you know, many advice, but my boyfriend and I, we go on a boat and we're full of hope, and then unfortunately, most of the time we come back empty-handed. But I love it, I still love it. So one of the major things that will bring back the people down here will be just like we were when the Keys first started opening. It's the fishing. Because this is one of the best fishing in the world, and people love to come down here and go and catch their big trophy or even catch their meal too. And the reef is only a few miles out. So you're sure if you go out with a captain here that you'll come back home with something. Besides fishing, people also love coming down here and snorkel and dive. And like I said, the reef is only a few miles out there. It's gorgeous. It changed a little bit, but it's still there. And fish always gonna go there. All you do is put little crackers in the water and you see all those yellow tropical fish swimming. You go and you feel like you're swimming in an aquarium. It's very spectacular. The way I look at the future being down here is I'm gonna be here for a while. My boyfriend has a job with the county that, you know, we kind of like gonna stay here. We own a house down here. Very fortunate that we were able to buy a house that stayed, that we have a roof above our head. And I have family down here. My boyfriend's parents are in Palm Beach. My own parents come down in Deerfield Beach during the winter months, you know, so I like to be close to them and then have that opportunity to be only a couple hours away, because them being from Canada, we only see each other a few times during the year. And I hope to keep going in this career in the real estate. I think it's a very great career. It's not easy. So let's just put it out there that you're not gonna just go in real estate and start selling $1 million of houses just like that. You know, you gotta put in the work. And that's what I'm doing. I'm slowly building the trenches for me to be in this career in the long run. Again, thank you so much for having me out here today. It was great speaking with you. I love talking about what's going on. And one more thing I'd like to explain to you. I've been doing videos weekly and monthly basis, and I usually open all my video with bonjour, which means hi in French. And then I like to end it with a French sentence as well, which means see you next time. So let me end it the same way I always do with my videos. Bye! À la prochaine!